Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this AutoCAD 2016 training course, and the topic for today will be how to create attributes. Before I show you, let me make a brief introduction of this topic, as AutoCAD offers this feature that, again, it is called attributes. These attributes allow you to store text information as a part of a block. We've seen blocks before, so this is something that you can add every time you make blocks. For example, you can store a material specification for a bolt or another mechanical part that you convert it into a block and with the purpose that this bolt is inserted several times. So you can every time you insert this block, you can change more or less automatically, we will see, this text information that is added. They have several capabilities. I will try to, as easy as possible, to show you how to work with this. So, I will create first, to make a brief example, I will create a circle, and this circle will be our entity that will be converted as block. So now that I've created the circle, I will create attributes. So for that I need to go to this insert menu, and then I have a couple of things here related with attributes and with blocks. I need to make define attributes, and now in these define attributes I can have or I should have this tag. The tag is the name that it's the name of the attribute. It's the thing that will identify the attribute. So for example, I can call it a number. Let us create 2 or 3 attributes to make different information, and I will say also the number here. And then I have a couple of settings for the text, the height. Let's make this a little bigger, rotation, whatever. This is not very important. And I have different modes for the attributes, and these 6 different modes are important to understand what we can do about the attributes. This first one, the invisible, controls whether the attribute is shown or not. Okay, as you can see, you can have different, not only option of having one on and all the remaining ones off. You can combine this. Okay. The constant mode creates an attribute, does not prompt you to enter a value. Okay, this will be a constant value. The verify, let me take this, the verify will cause to AutoCAD to make a review on the attribute value at the insertion time. Okay, and it will ask you for the value if it is correct or not. The preset, it's something that will cause AutoCAD to assign the default value to each attribute more or less automatically when the block is inserted. This saves a little time because it will not prompt you for the value. But unlike the constant, this preset can be added after. Okay, this is the next lesson, so we will keep this in mind. The lock position basically will prevent the attribute to being moved from the position in the block, and the multiple lines allow the attribute to have more than one line. Okay, let us make this verify. I think it's the most interesting one for the examples. Okay, we have a tag, we have a prompt, we can have a default, we can say 1 by default. So okay, I will connect this to the center point of the circle, and that's it. Okay, now I have an entity, I have the attribute, I will connect them, creating the block. So create a block, you know this already. I will simply call it block 1 and select objects. I must choose, and this is a very important step, both entities and attribute. Okay, and do the OK. Now the insertion point, I will say again the center point, and that's it. Okay, so now I will insert the block. So insert the block. I have only this one block. Okay, it's connected through the center, and you see the default value, it's what is shown. So I will insert it here, and now you see the default value, it is 1, and I want to say 100, whatever, and that's it. Okay, if I try to insert it again, okay, oops, sorry, if I try to insert it again, just click it and do this. This is the advantage that you can update the information every time you make the insertion. Let us try to make a little different thing just to show you. We will make this very fast now, the same process. Okay, creating an entity, define an attribute. We have already the number. I will say now for example, the name before can be A, doesn't matter. Do the OK, connect this to the center, and I will create another one that is for example color, doesn't matter, red. Okay, in here, and that's it. If I create now the block, let's call it block 2, select objects, okay, choose them all, do the OK, and insertion point, it is this one. So now insert block 2 in here, and you see now I have 2 different attributes. I can say color is not red, but it is blue. The name can be B instead of A, and it is updated. So this is to show you also that we don't need to have only one attribute per block. We can have several ones. Okay, so this is very useful in many situations. I think each one of you understand that the concept of block is very interesting to use with this, because it allows you to, with less work, with the same block, to be able to introduce many different information with this text possibility. I think it's a good definition with this text that we can add to the objects.